Motown musical El Segundo to see this great classic horror movie that scared people to death, and they had ambulances outside the theater because people were screaming and fainting. We expect you to do the same. How many people have never been in this theater before? How many new people do we have? Lots of you. Thank you. It's so much fun. Okay, the quick history lesson. This building is from 1921. It was the standard theater of the town of El Segundo, State Theater, there we go. State Theater of El Segundo, and it would entertain people from silent film days all the way up to into the 50s, and then it was an empty building, a space. And in 1968, Bill Field and Bill Kaufman, two young guys, had rescued this beautiful theater pipe organ from an old theater in Long Beach and restored it and brought it here and wanted to show old movies, cartoons, and silent films, have concerts. And they got this beautiful dosager for a piano in the 70s. We have another grand piano back there, and we use them for concerts. In fact, this coming Saturday, we will have a live concert of Halloween music coming up. If you haven't gotten your tickets, we have 2 shows on Saturday, and it's a live concert with live music and poetry readings and tarot card readings and stuff like that. And then the Sunday, exactly a week from now, I will be playing the original Phantom of the Opera with Lon Chaney, the silent film version, on the organ as it was meant to be seen in 1925, which is the same age as the organ. Isn't that great? Almost 100 years old. 100 years old. Amazing. Okay, so I'm going to play a medley of horror music on the organ, and then we're going to have a slideshow of coming attractions, and we're going to have a sing-along of 3 songs. Then we're going to have a cartoon. I think it's a Bugs Bunny cartoon. And you'll love it because it's about Transylvania and Dracula and stuff like that. Then we'll have an intermission, and I will introduce our special guest who's going to talk about the making of Dracula and the history of Universal Studios in the early 30s. So for my medley, it's my favorite time of year because look at this place. And I always have to mention, yes, anybody wearing a red vest back there in the lobby, especially Sterling and his wife Vicky, who's the witch selling popcorn. They come here from a long distance to volunteer their time, and for free they come here. They don't get a dime. And Lindsay and Chris, they're constantly working and taking care of all the details. Chris is always fixing things around here and setting up. And look at the display. It's amazing. We only have another week of Halloween. It's terrible. One more week of Halloween. And Phantom will be the last event, so be sure to get your tickets. If you haven't, it probably will sell out. All right, so for my medley, I'm going to play the Toccata in D minor by Bach, very famous. It's been in lots of horror movies, played by the evil scientist while his victims are dying in the laboratory down below, stuff like that. And then some other themes that you will probably recognize, and you can respond by screaming and yelling and clapping or whatever. And then the last part of the medley is because they reissued the movie, not reissued, but they remade it, Beetlejuice.